Good Tuesday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. I am the host for South Carolina Weather, Just Peterson. Let's talk about the weather for your Tuesday evening. Now, looking at the radar right now, we have this huge shield of rain that goes all the way from Columbia up here, from Lancaster, down through Columbia, through Augusta, Statesboro, Jessup, Hinesville as well, Georgia, all the way up into Allendale and Orangeburg, Sumter, Florence, Marion, Dillon, all the way up into Laurinburg, North Carolina. We have scattered showers going through most of the low country and some storms going through the Conway regions as well. So that's pretty much all that's happening with that. In terms of the MRMS, talk about the entire United States. In terms of the entire United States, we do have some severe weather going on. Obviously, with the flooding going on over here inside the southeast, we have some heavy downpours up here inside of the mid-Atlantic. Over here inside the Ohio Valley, we do have showers and downpours over there. But it's really when you get up here into the Rocky Mountains up here in Montana and Wyoming, as well as western South Dakota, we do have severe weather and severe thunderstorm watches up there. Special weather statements, severe thunderstorm warnings are also going on, and up here inside of North Dakota, we do have severe thunderstorm warnings up there. And down here inside of the Four Corners region, we do have severe weather going on down there, even some flood advisories going on, severe thunderstorm warnings inside of Arizona. Here is our current cloud cover. In terms of current cloud cover, we do have pretty much just light to, I'd say, moderate cloud cover going through the pretty much most of the state. But once you go towards Beaufort, from Beaufort all the way up into Georgetown, you see this little, you kind of can't see it, but it's like this area of cloud cover that's kind of going through the Charleston region. Right here, you can kind of see where it says tropical storm warning right there, or it says Debby, cone of uncertainty. There's a little bit of cloud clearing, honestly. Not really too much in terms of clouds in this area right here. So we are seeing some clearing near the Charleston, Georgetown, and Beaufort regions right now, even though some of the models weren't even saying that would happen. But I guess, with tropical systems usually always covered. Now, obviously, we do have some areas that are not going to be covered with cloud cover, and you can even see as we get to around the next 3, 4, 5 hours, you can see that they think that there will be some scattered pockets in terms of cloud cover. But as we go even into tomorrow morning, where we can start to see cloud cover start to build back up again, and there are still some scattered pockets, but not as much as there would be for going into like tonight. And then as we go into around 18 or so hours out, still some isolated pockets of just clear skies going through the upstate. Here's our current temperature: 73 in Columbia, 79 in Charleston, 75 in Savannah and Beaufort, 79 in Myrtle Beach, 75 in Loris, 75 in Sumter, Florence, 73 in Rock Hill, 77 in Greenville, 79 in Anderson as well. Here's our low temperatures for tonight, Monday. That says, wait, did I say, no, that says Monday. Okay, hold on. For Tuesday, in terms of our minimum temperatures for tonight, you look that up real quick. Here it is, right there. All right. So low temperatures for tonight, Tuesday. We do have 73 in Columbia, 77 in Charleston, 77 in Hilton Head Island, 77 in Myrtle Beach, 75 in Georgetown, 72 in Rock Hill, 72 in Spartanburg, 74 inside of Greenville, 74 inside of Anderson, 72 in Aiken, 73 in Sumter and Florence as well. Here's our forecast precipitation for the next 24 or so hours. Around 6 to 8 inches still possible in Myrtle Beach, maybe even 8 to 10 inches, isolated 8 to 10 inches possible as well. 4 to 6 inches possible in Georgetown, Kingstree, as well as 3 to 4 inches possible in Florence and Dillon. 2 inches possible in Sumter, 2 to 3 inches possible in Charleston and Walterboro. 1.5 inches possible in Hilton Head Island. 1.5 to 2 inches possible inside of Orangeburg. 1 to 1.5 inches possible inside of Cheraw, and then maybe even a half an inch to an inch possible in Barnwell. 1/10 of an inch to a quarter of an inch possible for Columbia and Aiken, and then 1/100 of an inch to 1/10 of an inch possible in Newbury, Spartanburg as well. And that's pretty much most regions right there. So here's the SPC outlook in terms for the next couple of days. Here's tonight's forecast or tonight's SPC outlook. The slight risk did shrink. Still does include portions of the PD region up there towards like Horry County, Georgetown County, as well up into North Carolina. Marginal risk surrounds that. And really, again, just the tornado threat. 5% risk of tornadoes in the yellow or in the brown, and then a 2% in the green. Here is our day 2 categorical outlook. Over here you can see we do have another 2% chance of tornadoes that again encompasses the Charleston regions all the way over into Georgetown and Horry County again up into North Carolina. And then as we move even into day 3, not a tornado threat, but still a chance for some thunderstorms to kick up even going into Thursday. And this is when Debby will most likely probably make landfall as well. Here's our excessive rainfall outlook. This is for tonight, or going into like the next 3 or so hours till 12 o'clock in the morning. Still do have that high risk of excessive rainfall for mainly most of the low country, South Carolina up there towards the PD. A moderate risk of excessive rainfall goes in effect for like Jacksonville, North Carolina, down through Columbia, Savannah, and into Georgia. Yellow risk goes from Augusta, or just to the north of Augusta, through to Greenville, North Carolina. And then we have a green here, marginal risk of excessive rainfall that goes from Norfolk, Virginia, Virginia Beach, down through Charlotte, North Carolina, just to the south of Greenville, near like Spartanburg, as well as probably included in that marginal risk of excessive rainfall for tonight. But it doesn't end there. Tomorrow we do have a high risk of excessive rainfall still for the Tri-County region of South Carolina again. PD region is still included in there as well. Moderate risk that goes all the way from just to the west of Charleston, all the way up into Fayetteville, Jacksonville. And then we have a slight risk of excessive rainfall that goes from Savannah all the way up into North Carolina, maybe even Virginia. And then we have a marginal risk that stretches all the way down from Orlando, Florida, up through South Carolina, through North Carolina, all the way up into places like Boston, Massachusetts. So a very big marginal risk. But again, pink, this is the thing that we got to be worried about the most. Everyone inside this pink area needs to be watching for flooded waters again tomorrow, because this could do, again, catastrophic flooding. I do have photos that I will show at the end, just photos that I've got and photos that people have sent me, and I will show them at the end. Here is our tropical cyclone outlook, or tropical weather outlook. But before we talk about that, let's go on and let's talk about the models just for the near-term future. So here's what, here's kind of like all like the warnings and stuff like that. You can ignore that. But if we go into the HRRR, and we're going to go to the 18Z, and not in terms of gusts, but in terms of composite reflectivity, we move to 9 o'clock p.m. And here's around 10 o'clock right here, where you can start to see showers and thunderstorms still kicking up through most of South Carolina. And then it's going to continue through. Here's what 9 a.m. tomorrow could look like. Again, more of just another threat of heavy rainfall going through most of the low country and PD region. And then we have a huge heavy band of rainfall moving in around 1 o'clock p.m. through Conway, Myrtle Beach, down towards the Charleston region again. And then there goes the eye of the storm right here. You can see the little opening right there. That's the eye of the storm. And around it, obviously, you have those strong winds. And that's going to move, and it's actually thinking about making landfall somewhere close up there towards the Myrtle Beach region. But most models actually have it going towards Georgetown. And actually, the HRRR is not really that good in terms of forecasting hurricanes. We just look at this for the amount of rainfall that could be expected and what the timing impacts could be. But in terms of total precipitation, just a huge amount of precipitation still possible for the next, from 3 o'clock p.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. on Thursday. Around still a good 10 inches to 11 inches can still fall in Conway, South Carolina. Loris, around 9 to 10 inches or so, 12 inches, possibly a foot up there inside of, kind of just on the border of Horry County. I don't know what that county is, but near Marion. Over here near Georgetown, around 4 to 5 inches. Kingstree still around 8 inches or so. Down here towards downtown Charleston, around 6 4 to 6 inches, maybe 3 to 6 inches. Monk's Corner still around 4 inches as well. Columbia over here around 4 to 5 inches, and even up here in the Charlotte, I mean, still like 4 inches are still possible up there. So still very heavy rain conditions are going to continue through the next couple of days. We're only halfway through. We still got to get through Wednesday and Thursday. So that's everything in terms of the model. Let's go on and let's talk about just the tropics in general. Let's look at the model, see what they have to show. And here's what the Debby looks like about right now. It's right off the coast of Georgia. And right now it is I believe a 40-mile-per-hour tropical storm. It is 40 miles per hour. Potentially historic heavy rainfall across eastern South Carolina through Friday will likely result in areas of catastrophic flooding. Heavy rainfall will result in considerable flooding impacts from central to the upstate of South Carolina, western North Carolina, southwestern Virginia, through portions of the mid-Atlantic states, as well as western and northern New York State and northern New England through Saturday. Tropical storm conditions will spread northward along the southeastern United States coast from northeastern Georgia to North Carolina through Thursday. Tropical storm warnings and watches are in effect, and a dangerous storm surge is possible along the coast of South Carolina and southeastern North Carolina from the South Sandy River to Cape Fear. Residents in that area should follow any advice given by local officials as well. So here's just the wind speed probabilities. It just shows you the chance of you getting tropical storm force winds, and pretty much that includes the entire low country of South Carolina, most of the PD regions as well. And then in terms of arrival time, in terms of wind, arrival times with wind is probably going to get mainly like after, I'd say around close to around late Tuesday, early Wednesday for like the coastal regions, and then once you go out towards like central South Carolina around Thursday around 8 o'clock or so, even up into North Carolina around Thursday 8 o'clock in the morning or so. That's that. In terms of peak storm surge is going to kind of like, I'd say almost like chill out a little bit down there in terms of South Sandy River all the way down towards the mouth of the St. Mary's River, up to 3 inches, 1 to 2 inches if possible, in terms of, or 1 to 2 feet is possible in terms of storm surge, and then 2 to 4 feet is possible from going all the way from the South Sandy River all the way through South Carolina. So that's pretty much the storm surge. Here there's, well, I'm not going to show that right now. Here's the flash flood or the rainfall potential as well. Pretty much all that rain that we've been seeing has kind of fallen, but still, we still have the other half to go, which is why I say we're only halfway through. But that's pretty much my talk on right now's condition. Let's talk about the future, and then we'll show other models as well just to see what they show. Here is the GFS, the one that I think is kind of irrelevant because I think that it's probably the least accurate one, but we're going to show it anyway just to see if it catches on. Right now, it kind of just has it hanging around South Carolina as like a 997, and then making landfall actually kind of towards like the Edisto Beach, Edisto Island regions. And then it's going to try and go up into even the upstate and then push its way through. That's what the GFS says. We're going to keep on pushing it forward, just talking about the future as well. Here's what August the 13th could look like, just rain, thunderstorms at the coast. And then other than that, as we move through like the 15th, as well, more rain, showers, storms push through there. August the 16th and the 17th moves on, and drier conditions are, again, favorable. Even as we go into like August the 19th, August the 20th, as well as the high pressure will take over. And even August the 21st, August the 22nd. So this latter part of August could actually be drier than usual. We'll keep a watch with that, though. In terms of the Euro model, in my opinion, probably the most accurate out of all of them. Push this forward and really has like around like a 990 millibar low pressure on around August the 7th or so. And then it's going to make landfall on like eastern Charleston County, western Georgetown County as like probably like a strong tropical storm, still bringing those strong gusty winds and heavy rainfall throughout most of the state. And that's going to get out of here pretty quickly, around August the 9th. And then here's the Icon model, which is probably the strongest, or I'd say the more hyped up one, because it shows something that honestly, I think it probably won't happen, but it has making landfall. Like I know yesterday, it was showing like 100 mile per hour wind gusts for Myrtle Beach, and I did talk about that, and I did say that it probably won't happen, and it ended up not happening at all. So that's a good thing. But year 988, still probably close to hurricane status. Around August the 7th, making landfall somewhere near Myrtle Beach if this does come to light, and it is true. But it will get out of our hair around August the 9th, like most models say. So that's pretty much it in terms of hurricane models. Here is the wind gust map as well. Let me turn that on right here. Here's the wind gust map right here. Go to wind gust, and then here's just the automatic. Well, we're gonna go to the Euro actually. Well, actually, no, we'll stay at the icon. But here's the icon right here. If we go to, let's say, Wednesday, we still have a good 30 to 40 miles per hour winds going through mainly the Tri-County region around tomorrow night. And then as we get into Florence, maybe around 50. Myrtle Beach will probably be close to the eye, so it won't really be receiving any type of dangerous condition because you're in the calm part of the storm. And then as you continue to push this forward, again, just 40 to 30 mile per hour winds going through mainly most of at least, I'd say almost most of the state, the eastern portion at least, with actually most of those winds seeming to be up here, either just to the north of Florence or actually over here near North Carolina. Pushing that forward some more, here's what 6 o'clock in the morning could look like on Thursday. Just more dangerous conditions, or more gusty conditions, I guess you could say, still around 40 to 50 miles per hour going through portions of South Carolina around this storm. And then maybe even 60 to 70 miles per hour wind gusts all the way up close to Charlotte as well. That will continue to develop more. And it kind of just continues to bring 60, 70 mile per hour winds throughout most of South Carolina. And that's pretty much it in terms of like main wind gusts. So everyone's gonna have to watch out 30, 40, 50, maybe even 60, and at the maximum 70 miles per hour with this tropical storm. But that's, I think, pretty much it in terms of just like hurricane winds and stuff like that, or just about hurricanes in general. I talked about the future. So we're gonna talk to the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So my cousin Cheryl says, "Good evening, weatherman. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. How are you holding up with the storm and your family? We're doing fine. Hope everything goes well. You're still number 10 in my book. Love you, cousin Cheryl. Thank you so much for your message. Everything is still good over here right now. We've gotten around 7 to 8 inches of rain since Sunday. No, Monday. Monday. Let me pull that up real quick just to see real quick. If we go to, I'm going to turn that off for a second and go to history. Around, so far for this week, 8.68 inches so far. So that's how much rain that we have seen pretty much since Monday, or since yesterday. Let me pull this back up right here. Good evening, weatherman. Good evening to you. Hey, Joseph, how are you today? I'm doing fine. My Nana says, hello, Jay. You are fantastic. Thank you for your time. Thank you for showing up. And then my cousin says, hi, Joseph. Hello. Also, make sure that you guys do not leave. We're going to talk about San Antonio and Raleigh, but please do not leave quite yet. I do have some pictures that I do want to show just for Monday and Tuesday of these past couple of, from these past couple of hours, past couple of 12, 24, 48 hours or so, because I do have a bunch of pictures that I have to show. But let's talk about San Antonio and Raleigh first, then we'll get to that. So if you're in South Carolina, do not leave quite yet. Over here towards San Antonio on yesterday we did not see any type of rain for the next 48 or so hours. Let's see if that's changed or not. And right now seems to be like no rain is expected during the next 24 to 48 hours. So you're good in terms of rain, but in terms of temperatures are probably going to be hot because if you don't have that rain to at least try and help cool down the environment, it'll probably be hotter. A year ago, starting at around 11 o'clock for lows tonight, around 77-ish. High temperatures tomorrow around 102. Low temperatures tomorrow around 78. High temperatures I'm going into around 98, 99 going into Thursday. Up here towards Raleigh, North Carolina, where you also do have a threat for Tropical Storm Debby as well. Up here we have low temperatures tonight, seeming to be around 73, 74-ish. And then tomorrow, high temperatures around 83, low temperatures tomorrow around 74, and then around 78 going into your Thursday for your high temperatures. In terms of rain, obviously, with Tropical Storm Debby, like right here, you're going to have to watch for that rain and for some flash flooding as well. I think you're also under a high risk of excessive rainfall, so that's catastrophic flooding, so you're going to have to watch out for that as well. But I pretty much don't even really even have to play this, but it's just off and on rain going through tomorrow morning. But then as you get to tomorrow afternoon and especially tomorrow evening, steady rain continues. And you start to see those very heavy downpours even going to around 3 a.m. on Thursday. And then here's the afternoon hours right here. On Thursday, just again scattered showers, widespread showers and downpours from Tropical Storm Debby. And then in terms of severe weather for both of you guys, here is the risk right here. Move this over here. In terms of tonight, Raleigh does have a minor flooding risk tonight and does have a chance for some damaging flooding as we go into tomorrow. And then you're really going to have to watch out on Thursday because a high risk of excessive rainfall is in play even as we go into Thursday as well. Raleigh does have that high risk, which means catastrophic flooding is possible. Day 4, Friday, slight risk of excessive rainfall goes through, just scattered flash flooding, and nothing for both. Nothing for both of you guys on Saturday. So that's pretty much it. San Antonio has no threat for any type of excessive rainfall, and I don't think any type of severe weather is expected for either as well. That's pretty much it in terms of that. Let me go on and let me show my pictures that I do have. Let me go to my email real quick again. I talked about this at the beginning, but you can send me pictures as well, and I will show them over the next couple of days. If I get your pictures, you can send them to scweather360@gmail.com, and if you send it to there, I will show your picture inside of the forecast update. So I'm going to show the ones that I have that I sent actually to my own email. Here they are right here. This is the first picture that I have, and it is kind of a bit wonky because it is in landscape mode. I'm going to try and zoom in though, see if that works. But here, you can see this was when me and my dad was out, and we were inside of an auto zone, or we were passing by an auto zone. You can see here that we do have just heavy flooding going through that parking lot. Up to, again, like 6, 7, 8 inches of rain. That's what it can do to this parking lot over right here. As we move forward again, this is, again, just another shot. This is the sign right here. I think the sign's supposed to go somewhere down here, but the water was gaining so much. It was gaining on the sign, actually. It obviously wouldn't reach the top, but still pretty interesting to see about how far that water can actually rise. This was just some wind damage that I found. This was at my house right here, just inside of my front yard. There was a couple of shrubberies that kind of got pushed down because the way how our house is kind of like has like a very slant roof, and the wind pushes down on the shrubbery, and it pushes it and it snaps it kind of. So that's another thing right here. Just damaged, snapped limbs. Same thing with this one right next to my window. We do have some more snapped tree or some more snapped shrubbery limbs. And this last one, I believe, this is actually inside of the Lakes of Somerville neighborhood, where we do have just excessive flooding. You can see this is I believe that's a Chrysler 300 right there. And then it rises up so far to where that it's actually almost at the bumper. Actually, it's actually almost covering the license plate almost, right here. So that's another picture. And then finally, I believe the last one is a video, which I'm gonna have to download it because it wants me to do that. So I think I can do that. But it pretty much was just something of the Ashley River, but right now it's an audio file right now, which is kind of weird. But see if I can load it up again. No. All right. Well, I can't get that video playing. Hopefully, I'll get that ready or get that running tomorrow, and seeing if I can fix that or not. But that's all of the picture that I have. Again, send them to scweather360@gmail.com if you guys have any type of damage or just any type of flooding pictures that you guys have. But that's all that I have in terms for today. Very long episode or very long forecast tonight. We're at 188 subscribers. We need 12 more until we get to 200. Again, we're trying to get to 200 by August the 31st. I expect that we will make it there by time we get to August the 31st. We probably will be past 200 by the time we get to August the 31st. That's just my prediction. But that's all that I have in terms for today, or for tonight. I'm going to head out because I don't see any more chats. I don't see any more questions. Let me refresh it. Nope, don't see anything else. So I'm going to start the end music. I'm going to turn the radar back on. One last look at it right here. And I will be back tomorrow morning with another forecast update. Everyone have a fantastic rest.